Hello guys, welcome back to Poli channel. This video I want to share about Global Lab update for 19 September 2025 maintenance update. But be noticed, all content on this Global Lab video was recorded on Global Lab server, so this is all content that will update on our live server in future, and mostly all this update will implement on Korea live server next week maintenance update, and following outside Korea server if they already feel this content already ready to release outside Korea server globally. Okay, to enjoy watch my video, make sure you turn on this video subtitle, and also you can use timestamp that I already provide to go to target topic that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on bell notification to get any update and guide on Black Desert World. Okay, let's start this video content using any feature that I provide. Okay, this is official website for Global Lab update at 19 September 2025. Okay, for this week Global Lab update, there are so much class balancing, and sadly there are 3 classes that will got PvP damage nerf that will implement after next week maintenance update, and any other class also will get some class balancing, either Sorceress class, especially for Sorceress main and succession, that previous will remove down attack from this skill, and also they just improve this skill by moving activation for 50% critical hit chance that apply before animation is complete. And then good news for Sorceress class, especially Sorceress main and succession skill, there are 4 skill that will got buff their PvP damage following on this table, and as you can see, all damage from this 4 skill will got increase compared than before and after this change. So for Sorceress will got PvP damage buff for next maintenance update. Okay, next class balancing is for Berserker, especially for Berserker main and succession skill, that previous just removing increase melee AP when successful hit target from this skill and replace it to become reducing all damage by 20 point when successful hit using this skill. And then for this skill, they also just add minus 20 point damage reduction effect to all damage when successful hit target, and also effect slowing down for character movement after using this skill just got removed. And the same thing for this skill that they just removing slowing down character effect when using this skill. And then for Berserker Awakening, they just make this combo to become have more smooth animation when you using this skill combined with any other skill, and also they just add super armor effect when you doing this skill animation. And then improvement for this Awakening skill, they just remove coalition for this skill that will not apply when you using it, and also they just improve this skill animation when you combo it with any other skill, and also its skill animation will become more faster compared than before. And for Berserker Awakening, there are some PvE buff, especially for this skill, but I think PvP damage still same as before. And then for these 2 skill, they just balancing this damage skill either for PvE and PvP before and after this change. Special for this skill, they just increase this damage, but for another flow skill, they just reduce this damage before and after this change. And then the next class that got balancing is Valkyrie class. Okay, first for Valkyrie main and succession skill, they just make this skill either normal and black spirit red skill to become can combo with any other skill with more smooth animation, and also cooldown for both of this skill just got reduced that previously have cooldown 40 and 35 seconds just got reduced significantly to become 15 and 10 second cooldown. And then for another Valkyrie's main and succession skill, also just got improvement for its skill animation, either make it more smoothly to become can combo with any other skill, and also increase skill animation speed, including maximum distance that you can dash when using this skill, and also cooldown for this skill just got reduced that previously have cooldown 14 seconds to become 8 seconds only. Okay, the next class that got balancing is Dark Knight class, especially for Dark Knight Awakening, either they add down attack effect for this skill, changing attribute for this skill that previously have down smash attack to become knockdown when successful hit target, changing this flow skill from floating to become knockdown, move attribute attack from this skill that previously have bound effect on last hit to become floating effect on first hit, and also they just make this skill to become have 2 hit after this update. And then still about Dark Knight Awakening skill, for this skill they just add effect for 10% attack speed for 10-second duration when using this skill. And for Black Spirit Rage type for this skill, they just remove this skill animation, so this skill damage will immediately apply to target. And also character slowdown after first hit just got reduced, removing effect for reducing all damage by 10 points for 20 seconds to become reducing movement speed by 5% for 5 seconds when using this skill. And they also will add effect that increase all AP plus 10 points for 20 seconds when using this skill, and damage for additional animation just got increased, especially for this additional hit damage to become double compared than before, but first 2 hit damage still same before and after this change, and PvP damage still same as before. And then the next class that will got balancing is Lahn, and most of Lahn class balancing is come for Lahn Awakening version. But for Lahn main skill, they just make some change for this one skill, that they just change the stiffness effect that only apply to monster when successful hit target. And they just move the stiffness effect that apply for PvP to another skill. And for Lahn Awakening, there are some skill that got changed, either for this skill, that they just make this skill animation to become more faster compared than before, and also attribute for this skill just got changed that previously have floating effect to become knockdown, and also air smash attack and air attack effect just got removed and replaced with down attack effect when using this skill. And when you using combo for this skill with dashing skill from Lahn, they just improve it to become more faster compared than before. Okay, first they just change this skill attribute from stun to become stiffness only, and also they just add forward guard effect when using this skill, and also they just make target enemies that got hit by this skill doesn't move backward, and then they just remove key combo animation that will not trigger when you right click again after using this skill. And another change for this skill combo also will apply after this update. And because of all these changes, damage for this skill also will adjust. And then for another Lahn Awakening skill, just got improvement for her combo. Either they just improve this skill combo with any other skill, and also they just make this skill combo animation to become more smoothly when you change to Awakening state. And then damage adjustment for Lahn Awakening only will apply for this one skill before and after this change, and I think this is PvE damage buff for this skill, but PvP damage still same as before. And then the next class, some balancing for Guardian class, especially Guardian Awakening. And for Guardian Awakening, they just make all this Guardian Awakening skill to become activate more faster compared than before. There are 7 Guardian Awakening skill that got improvement for this skill activation to become more faster compared than before. So if you play Guardian Awakening, I think your skill rotation will become more faster after this update. Okay, the next class that got balancing is Archer class, especially for Archer main skill, that they just balancing PvP damage for all this Archer skill, and some of this skill got PvP damage buff, and some of them got PvP damage nerf following on this table. So for Archer PvP damage, not all skill got nerf, but some of this skill got PvP damage buff. And then for Scholar class, they just give effect for increase attack speed by 15% for 15-second duration for this skill. And next for Dosa class, especially for Dosa Awakening. And for Dosa Awakening, there are some PvP damage adjustment following on this table, and take notice most of this skill got PvP damage nerf following on this table, but some of this skill got PvP damage buff, that you can check this PvP damage balancing for Dosa class on this table. And the last class that got balancing is Deadeye. Similar for previous class, Deadeye also got PvP damage balancing, but sadly for Deadeye class, all this PvP damage balancing will got nerf for their PvP damage following on this table before and after this change, and all this skill got PvP damage reduction before and after this change. And this is any other minor fix and change for any other class on this list. Okay, the next future content is about change arena for Edana Throne match, especially on Tenebraum Castle, that Prebis will move this arena match for 10-player battle during Tenebraum Castle battle on this arena. and then some adjustment for any monster zone on Edania region, either Sephiroth monster zone, that they will increase starting speed to become more faster 16% compared than before, and any progress time also will improve to become 20% compared than before, and then range for this monster zone mechanic just got increased after this update, and the last they just fixed any Sephiroth Shadow Knight to become return to original location when there are no player target anymore. And then for Tenebraum Castle Monster Zone, that they just make this monster zone to become can activate more faster compared than before, and also if any monster on this area didn't got killed by 5 minutes, they will reset everything from this monster zone. And then some improvement for Auterion Castle Monster Zone, that they will give some buff for high damage reduction effect for short period of time. And then some improvement for quest and knowledge, especially on Edania region, that they will add side quests for second part update Edania region, especially on Sephiroth Castle, and also hidden story about Door of Ayeli and anything related with Xenqn Sanctuary and Assassin lore. And for any other minor fix and change, I think all of this not too big deal. Okay, that's all. Any future update that probably is already announced officially on last Global Lab update at 19 September 2025. And special thanks to all my membership for direct support via Patreon, KaryaKarsa, and YouTube membership. And also my current member, DubyaDude, Doki, Snoods, Xoren, Avrilka, Familia, Xenqn, Spacebar Jace, KorBlade, as gold member, and also for all my silver and bronze member, thank you so much for all your direct support. This will make Poli channel running and growing more faster. If you want to support me directly, I will very grateful. And as special thanks, I will put your name on my video depend on your support level, and be noticed at some level there are have some limit, so make sure you didn't get run out for this limited space. And I will put your name on every subsequent video that I release for the duration of your support. And if you want to join my membership to support me directly, you can go to any platform for Patreon, KaryaKarsa, and YouTube membership. I already put link for this membership on this video description, or you can check on top right of this video. I already put card for Patreon link. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe to my channel for another guide and update. Thank you for watching. See you next time.